So,
Right.
okay.
Mhm.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on how to prepare for the virtual job and internship fair that is happening on Thursday, September 23rd from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Julia Beyer. I'm an SOC Career Advisor, and I'm happy to share some tips with you today about the fair.
Hi, my name is John Charles. I am an SIS and CAS Career Advisor. Very happy to be here with you today.
We'll be covering a lot of material today, so we highly encourage you to take notes to not only help you prepare for the fair, but to ask questions at the end of the webinar.
We're going to cover each of the 6 objectives listed here so that, again, you're prepared for the upcoming virtual fair. We currently have 72 employers registered, and that number could increase by September 23rd. First objective, why to attend a virtual job and internship fair. 2, learn key preparation steps to take before the fair. 3, upload resume, prepare introductions, responses to typical screening questions. 4, learn 3 important steps in developing a strategic fair game plan. 5, understand why dress and professionalism still matter during a virtual fair. And 6, provide specific advice and resources to help you navigate the fair platform and have the best virtual fair experience possible.
So let's start with our first objective. What is the benefit in participating in a virtual fair? Well, we have all experienced a significant change in our lives with mostly virtual interactions for more than a year. So this virtual fair is an opportunity to network and connect with employers for both full-time positions and internships. Participating in the virtual fair is a perfect way to hone those networking skills by chatting with various employers throughout the event. The candidate pipeline is where employers are going to first when new opportunities are available, which is even more critical in these times where in-person events aren't happening on campus. We recommend watching the other webinar, Networking in Uncertain Times, Building Professional Relationships Using Virtual Tools, for additional tips where we delve into more about networking and helpful tools. Participating in the fair could unearth employment opportunities, but also connect you with people who work there. Oftentimes, you may not know someone who works at organizations you're interested in, so the fair representatives, typically within a recruiting, human resources, or hiring manager role, will know a great deal about the organization, what they do, what employment opportunities they have, or attending this fair to hire candidates. You can also learn how to apply for positions. Should you apply through a portal? Should you send a specific person an email?
Our second objective, preparing for the fair, focuses on the handshake profile. The virtual job and internship fair is happening within the handshake platform, so be sure to register in advance as well as complete your profile. We'll share screenshots on how to register, as well as provide links to additional resources later in the presentation. An important piece of information for you to know is that this fair is not a spontaneous event. It is structured and pre-planned. However, one of its benefits is that you won't have to wait in line to speak with an employer like you would during an in-person fair. To participate in our fair, you must sign up for either pre-scheduled one-on-one or group sessions with employers.
Since employers will be able to view your profile within Handshake, it's key that you update it as much as possible. Add work experience, organizations, geographic preferences, in addition to listing skills will push your profile closer to being 100%.
The second screenshot is the bottom half of your profile, letting the employer know your interest, courses, projects, and skills, which is the most important section to complete at the very bottom because employers do outreach to students based on what is in the skills section.
Once you click Events, Career Fair, then select AU's Fall 2021 Job and Internship Fair, you'll come to a page that looks like this. You can quickly register by just clicking this purple button.
This is the second prompt you'll see, requesting that you view available employer sessions. We highly encourage you to sign up for employer sessions in advance. As an FYI, candidates will see all attending employers, but algorithms based on your career interest preferences and previous employer interactions will determine the order in which they appear on your screen. Let's dig a little deeper into how you sign up for either pre-scheduled one-on-one or group sessions with employers.
You have two different options to meet with employers during the virtual fair. You can only attend sessions you have signed up for. So with this format, it is highly recommended that you sign up for sessions in advance of the fair. For one-on-one sessions, one candidate and one employer representative is 10 minutes in length. Video, audio, and text chat are available, and candidates can share their screen to show employers their resume or other relevant materials. This feature is only available for one-on-one sessions, and employers request that you sign up prior to the start of the fair. There is a new feature, however. You can message employers before or afterwards. Take advantage of this to continue the conversation with the employer in Handshake. The group sessions are 30 minutes in length and will include employer representatives, possibly more than one, and multiple candidates. The maximum number of participants is 50. You can sign up for group sessions after they start. If the session is not full, however, I strongly recommend that you sign up for these sessions in advance. In group sessions with 15 people or less registered, video, audio, and text chat are enabled. In group sessions with 16 or more registered, video and audio are disabled and text chat is enabled. Candidates can electronically raise hands and employers can unmute them to hear their questions. There could be sessions outside of Handshake. When setting up group sessions, employers are given the option to use the Handshake platform or their own preferred platforms such as Google or GoToMeeting. When candidates click on the link in the Handshake to join a group session, they will automatically be taken to the platform selected by the employer. When exiting a group session taking place outside of Handshake, students will need to close out of that session completely and return to Handshake to rejoin the fair. Completely closing out of the external session ensures Handshake has access to both video and audio capabilities if needed. Some employers may host one-on-one sessions outside of Handshake and opt to email candidates links to join their session. Be sure to check your email often, as well as your spam junk folder. You can cancel your sign up for a session if needed up to 5 minutes before the session starts.
Once you've signed up for employer sessions, be sure to follow the company on Handshake to receive updates. In fact, employers are adding new sessions between now and the day of the fair. So we recommend that you check daily to see if new sessions are available. We also encourage you to follow employers you are interested in by clicking the follow button beside the employer's name. And by doing so, you will receive notifications on Handshake when they add new sessions. As Julia said, when you cancel a session, you can cancel a session up to 5 minutes before it starts.
Our third objective is critical in sharing your accomplishments with the employer. Upload your self-branding document, which is your resume. We recommend attending the webinar on Resumes 101 on Thursday, September 16th from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're also holding 3 virtual resume stations where career advisors will review resumes on September 20th from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, September 21st from 3 to 6 p.m., and September 22nd from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These will be a maximum of 15 minutes and are located within Handshake. Employers and a candidate can sign up for either a group or one-on-one session, can access the resume that you have on your Handshake profile during this fair if it is made public. We also recommend that you back up and add your resume to a Google Doc that's publicly shareable so that you can easily send the link to an employer. This is the virtual equivalent of handing your resume to an employer like you would during an in-person fair. So have your link ready to go during your scheduled sessions. Consider having different versions of your resume, which are tailored for specific employers, fields, or industries. Be prepared to introduce yourself and provide responses to typical screening questions. These are short accomplishment stories. Also practice answering questions to typical interview screening questions, and it may even help to write them out as you prepare. These answers should not sound rehearsed. Be concise but detailed. Have an introduction statement prepared, such as an elevator pitch. And we highly recommend that you attend our webinar on crafting your elevator pitch on Tuesday, September 14th from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Our fourth objective is to talk about 3 critical steps in developing a strategic game plan. First, it's important to research employers, learn about who they are and what they do. Check their website, Handshake profile, LinkedIn page, and any other websites that would give you information about the company. You can see all registered employers within the fair on Handshake, search by name, or use filters including industry, government, nonprofit, private sector. You can search by job type, employment type, what they are recruiting for, such as degrees, majors, diversity initiatives. And if they have posted positions that will be listed, those will be listed in the jobs tab. And then make a list of your must connect employers. So these are the employers that you should attempt to sign up for, their sessions before exploring other employers, the ones that matter the most to you.
Planning your approach to communicate with these employers through the virtual platform involves creating thoughtful and engaging questions for each employer. Some of these questions could include the following. I noticed the job and internship posting on your organization's website. Can you tell me more about it and what you're seeking in a strong candidate? What does the hiring process look like for that position? What do you like about the organization? How has the organization managed its workforce during COVID-19? What are some of the challenges you faced in your role at this organization? I recently read an article about an announcement or news related to the company. What was it like to be part of that? Who can I follow up with about this specific role? So dress like you would if you were invited to an in-person interview, at least from the waist up, and look like you're serious about this opportunity. Video and audio chat capabilities. Employers will be able to see you using video chat, so you want to be in professional attire. Come like you would to a job or internship interview. Also, you want to be well groomed. Have a neat and tidy room with no distracting backgrounds, such as pictures or wall art or headboards. Make sure you're positioned in a well-lit room so you can be clearly seen. I've met with many students that are backlit where the window is behind them and there's not enough lighting, so it's too dark to see them. Be in a quiet area as quiet of an area as much as possible, which will also help you focus on your participation in the fair. Stay in the job search, internship search mindset. We recommend not sitting on your bed. Try using a desk or table to keep yourself in the fair mindset. You want to be in a comfortable setting, but not so comfortable that you're not presenting yourself professionally. Keep communication professional. Avoid slang and emojis and abbreviations. Speak and write in full sentences with correct spelling and grammar. Avoid answers that are too short and vague. Keep in mind that you should not be communicating the same way you would in casual conversations, text, snaps, or tweets.
Here's a few ideas as far as professional attire that is coordinated and wrinkle-free. Again, you can decide if you prefer wearing professional attire from head to toe or only the waist up.
Next, I will be discussing a few critical pieces that will significantly impact your Handshake virtual fair experience. These are specific to Handshake and don't apply to other virtual platforms. Privacy setting. You have two options to choose from to participate in the fair. When registering, you'll be prompted to select settings regarding your Handshake privacy. Community is recommended. It allows full participation in group and one-on-one sessions. Employer option allows partial participation. Register for only one-on-one sessions. Private will restrict you from any participation in the fair. The default setting for all Handshake profiles is set to private, so you can change this. We strongly recommend community for the fair so that you can adjust the setting and then you can go back to it later after the fair to readjust it to what you'd like.
If you would like to change this setting after you have registered, you can do so outside of the fair by selecting your initials or picture in the top right of the page, and then settings within the drop-down menu.
And here you'll be able to adjust your privacy settings. Since we've covered privacy settings, let's take a look at work authorization. You will need to select your work authorization. No matter what you choose, you can still participate in the fair.
When you register for the virtual fair, you'll be prompted to answer these questions unless you have already made a selection for work authorization in your Handshake profile. Your answer for this setting will not impact your ability to participate in the virtual fair. If you prefer not to answer these questions, that is perfectly fine.
GPA, grade point average. To maximize your eligibility in participating in one-on-one sessions, consider adding your GPA to your Handshake profile. AU does not automatically add GPAs to Handshake profiles, and since some employers may have GPA requirements to be eligible for one-on-one sessions, it is up to you to add this. If you are a first-year undergraduate, graduate, transfer student, or alumni, it is recommended to use your most recent GPA. It can be from high school or from undergrad. No one will be checking to verify its accuracy, so an estimate is fine. Again, this is not a requirement, but is something we are encouraging you to consider. This is a technical criteria in the system, that we do not have the ability to change, but some employers may use this as preferences when trying to identify candidates.
Ensure you have access to Handshake prior to the fair. Open it now to register, see employers, and sign up for employer sessions. Test your equipment and connectivity for the device you'll be using during the fair. We're providing a link to test that and that you meet the technology requirements. For this fair, computer, web, mobile, iOS and Android, and tablet are all accessible platforms to participate in the fair. You will need a reliable internet connection and a device that allows all chat functionality, video, audio, and text. Find out what the different technology requirements are with various web browsers on mobile devices, tablets, and desktops. Be sure to test cameras, microphones, and internet connection. Test to make sure things are working properly at least a few days before the event. Participation in the fair using a mobile device, iOS and Android, or tablet is available. However, you would have a much better experience if you use a laptop or desktop computer if you have access to one. And there's some limitations. You can only participate in one session at a time. Handshake will not allow you to sign up for multiple sessions during the same time period. And some employers may restrict sign up for one-on-one sessions based on your GPA.
Key things to remember on the day of the job and internship fair. You will not receive a link to join the fair. To gain access, you must log into your Handshake account, click Events, Career Fair, and select the AU's Fall 2021 Job and Internship Fair, or click on the banner that Handshake has added to your profile. These are the only ways that you are able to enter the fair. There is also a new feature, a help button, which will be available to you in your schedule, where you can ask any questions during the fair.
When you're ready to join an employer session, you'll see a list of the sessions you have registered for under the Your Sessions tab, or the right-hand side of the page, which includes your session schedule. From there, you'll be able to join sessions and start chatting with employers. Please be on time for your sessions.
Our fifth objective is to understand why dress and professionalism still matter during a virtual fair. As we discussed, the virtual fair has both video and audio capabilities, so be sure to allow access to your camera and microphone. You will be prompted to do this when entering a session, and if access is not given, then you will not be able to use your camera or mic during the entire fair. However, if you grant access to your camera and microphone, you'll have the ability to turn on the mic and camera either on and off while in sessions. So it is very important to make sure you authorize access when initially requested, or you won't have the option of turning this off or on throughout your entire session for the fair. One final note on camera and mic. You cannot have multiple virtual platforms such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Skype, FaceTime open while you are participating in sessions on Handshake. Those platforms utilize your camera and microphone, which could cause issues while trying to use them during the virtual fair.
Sending a follow-up thank you email goes a long way, so be sure to email the employer and thank them for meeting with you. There's a new feature in this fair where you can send messages to an employer, and employers can message you if you are meeting one-on-one before or after the fair.
Try connecting with them on LinkedIn for additional networking opportunities. If you had a good experience during your one-on-one or group sessions, then be sure to apply for open jobs and internships. Check your email, voicemail, and even your handshake messages to see if an employer is following up with you. As an additional bonus, the Career Center is offering a resume drop, which allows candidates to submit resumes directly to employers. This is a good option for an employer if you did not get the opportunity to meet with them, but you still want to show your interest. To submit your resume, go to Jobs Resume Drop Fall 2021, and then you put the name of the employer. This open window for these drops ends on September 24th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here is an example of how you can send a message directly to an employer after a one-on-one session.
One final resource: from 1 to 4 p.m. on the day of the fair, Thursday, September 23rd, AU Career Advisors will be available at a Zoom job and internship fair candidate resource booth to answer quick fair-related questions that are not technical or issue specific. You can find the Zoom meeting link on Handshake under the event tab. This is a drop-in, no appointments needed. We're there just to help answer questions, and they're not the technical ones, but things about the fair. So know that you've got that support.
And our sixth and final objective is providing resources to help you prepare for the fair. The links are quite long, so I made each hyperlinks, which will be shared with all attendees after the webinar. You can also access these resources by going to the linked website here and select students. We have a few more prep events as listed here that you can sign up for through Handshake. And this is the resource that John was speaking about, the student resource booth, where you can ask quick career fair related questions that are not necessarily technical specific. Do you have any questions for us?